What is going on, everybody?
What's up, my
Happy
brother?
Tuesday, man.
How y'all
Sorry for
doing?
the delay here, guys. We were I had some technical difficulties. Morbius had some technical difficulties, so of course this what happens right before show. But hey, it happens as part of the Showtime kind of vibes. But
Exactly. What can you do? What can you do?
exactly. So I'm Justin, No Good Comics, and I am joined by my good friend Morbius Comics.
What's
Morbius, how you
going
doing, man?
on? What's going on, man? So y'all already know Morbius Comics here, hanging out with the homie Justin. About to get it in with y'all. Welcome to Comic Relief, episode 3, and we are talking today about raffles, mystery boxes, and claim sales. So we're gonna discuss a little bit on how we feel about it, and we definitely want to know how you guys feel about it. So make sure y'all let us know in that chat so we could give y'all a rebuttal and let y'all know what we think as well.
Definitely, definitely. And before we kick it off, got to cheers you, brother.
Oh, brother,
Another Tuesday,
cheers!
another show
Another
episode.
Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. You already know.
Good
And of
stuff.
course, for those who want to know, I am drinking Hennessy VSOP. My brother, what are you drinking?
I'm on the Woodford Reserve still.
On
It's
the
my
way. There you go. Yeah. I'm still trying to finish that bottle. So
nice, nice, nice.
yeah, almost there. Almost there.
Once the summertime hits, I'll probably switch over maybe to beer or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's a given. That's a given.
Once it gets warm out, you know.
Oh yeah, you got to have a cold one, man. We'll be sharing cold ones.
And I want to mention that I put Morbius's link in the channel, guys. If you didn't know, Morbius just started his YouTube channel, so make sure you sub him up. I know we're gonna do an official launch, or you're gonna do an official launch.
Yes.
Up soon. So putting out content and things like that. So
Yes,
we will go back and forth with this show eventually as well. So
correct.
make sure you sub him up. Also, make sure you hit that like button because that also helps the show as
Smash
well.
it.
So before the topics, let's just highlight a couple of people here that are
Who's in the building?
Panel Surfing is first. My
Panel
man
Surfing. What's going on, bro?
swinging by, and we got Nigel Desired Comics is second.
Desired Comics. Nige, what's good, baby?
I love it. We got John's Comics with Kids.
John Comics with Kids. What's going on?
John and I have our
stopping by. That's right. You got your show yesterday. That was awesome.
I'm the X-Men coming up. We got Scheme Richards in the house. What's going on,
Scheme? What's good, my brother?
He says, "Let's go.
Salute. Let's go, baby. Let's get it."
All right, man. Oh man, the chat just jumped on me for a sec. Alstrand's comic collection in the house. What's going on, Alstrand?
What's going on, man?
We got Michael in the house. Sove Collector.
Sove Collector. Welcome.
Comic Man Andy also hanging out here.
Man.
See, we got Victoria in the house. What's up, Victoria?
What's going on?
Victoria and I are. Oh, it didn't click. Victoria and I are doing a project too that we're working on for next month. So,
nice.
Keep an eye out for that. It'll definitely be a book club kind of vibe. So
awesome.
We also got Sheena in the house. Hello, Sheena.
Hey, Sheena. How you doing? Welcome.
And we got Flash by Night, my man Flash. Trying to use Morbius link. Give me an error. It may be operator error. Oh, is it not coming up? Guys, let me know if it's not coming up. Go to Morbius's Instagram page because in his Instagram bio you can.
It's right in my bio, so make sure y'all hit that link.
It's the same name, Morbius.
Yeah, Morbius Comics, and I hit that link like 30 times, so I know it's good.
Oh, it's good. Yeah, you know what? Let me see if I can. Man, I swear I tested it before too. Let me see if I can just pull it up real quick because it's. I could just drop it in the link, but man, I forget every time I go to type in Morbius, I get all these
other actual
Morbius.
You get the comic book Morbius. I know.
Hang on, people. Let me.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So, guys, definitely. Being that the topic for today is mystery boxes, raffles, and claims. Start letting us know what you guys think about it. I mean, how do you feel about these, raffles? Like, how do you feel about putting money up and, and taking that gamble, with your money to see if you get what you're looking for, or a mystery box where you don't know what you're getting. And most of the time we kind of know what's in the box unless they really specific about it. But you guys know what I mean. We'll get into it later on. And of course, claim sales.
Yep.
Who don't love a claim sale? Come on, I don't think there's anything we can even talk negatively about a claim sale other than the people hosting the claim sale. Because I've had some experiences that I would love to talk about. I had some experiences. And I think another thing I was thinking about is there should be like some rules to claim sales. You know what I mean? They should be like a across the board they should be rules of claim sales, and we'll get into that later. Some based on some of the stuff I've been through, and of course, Justin, I'm pretty sure you have plenty of stories.
Definitely have some stories there. There's a link I just dropped it in the chat, so make sure you guys
hit it up, guys. Hit it up. Hit it up. Like I said,
man.
The content is coming. The content is coming, and we'll be having a big premiere of the YouTube channel in a little while. Not right now, because I want to make sure that when I present it to you guys, that I'm giving you guys exactly what y'all want and do it the right way. So that's why we're gonna hold out a little on that. But
absolutely. And what's going on, Steve? Thanks for stopping in.
Steve, what's good, my brother?
We also had Martin in the chat here. Standardized claim sale rules, good idea. There you go.
My man.
All right. So which one? What do you want to talk about first out of these?
All right.
These three?
Well, let's talk about your favorite. Not favorite. I'm gonna say what's in your favor. Apparently, in these last few months that I've experienced your joy of winning a few raffles. So let's talk about raffles. Let's start with your story. Let's start with your story with the raffles.
Okay. All right, we'll start with mine. And I want to say hello to Dave Kachung. Thanks for stopping in, man.
What's going on, Dave?
By the way, Dave is just kicking off a show with Hoser Comics and Mr. Gorell at 8 o'clock, 8:30, I think.
Nice.
On Mr. Gorell's channel. It's called The Bounty Hunter. It's a Star Wars episode issue or show that they're doing. So shout out to you guys, because definitely we'll check that out later on.
Is that based off the new title that's out now, Bounty Hunters?
I think they took the title idea from that. I don't know.
Is it about?
I thought it was individual characters.
Okay, gotcha. Dope. I'm actually following that. I'm actually reading that title. It's pretty good.
Nice. Also, Andy. Oh man, the chat jumps on me. I appreciate you guys hanging out here. We got 11 people in the chat.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
He was saying, speaking of mystery boxes, I'm opening one tonight live. There you go, guys. Make sure you check out Andy later today. I think it's like 10 o'clock. So yeah. So all right. So first and foremost, and there's Fable. What's up, Fable? So I'll start with my story basically is I just got into doing raffles middle of last year, or I guess like June or so. And let me just know, for anybody who's not familiar, or anyone catching the replay and is not familiar with what we're talking about, when we talk about a raffle, we're not just talking about like a 50-50 raffle that you do at an event or something like that. These raffles are I guess you can call them events that are going on Instagram. They're also on Facebook. You can find them in a couple different places, but essentially you can purchase spots. Let's say, for example, 10 spots at $10 each spot. And they randomly pick a name or a winner for a book, for a bigger book, a book that costs $100. You got 10 spots at $10 a piece. And so you end up buying, you claim 2 spots, you have 20% chance of winning. And as Morbius mentioned, it's basically gambling. It's a way to the way to be able to, take a shot at getting a bigger book without having to spend, $100, risk $10. So that's what a raffle is, at least in the context that we're using the word raffle. So I'm not going to be mentioning any names on here, but there are definitely a lot of different people that do this in the comic book community. And as I mentioned before, and as Morbius mentioned, it is technically a form of gambling. So something to keep in mind. You actually might see people talk about it as a waffle. You'll see them change it to a W, and call it a waffle,
or call it a waffle, right?
So that they're not they're not putting it out there in that sense.
Right.
So, but with all that being said, those details, out of the way, I wanted to try to win there was a couple different books that I saw and wanted to try to win. So I actually took them down just to show them.
But here we go.
This was the first one that I won back in June. Sweet. It's X-Men 12, and it's a 4.5. I think it's off-white pages, 4.5. And that's the first appearance of Juggernaut, in case you guys didn't know. So, so I invested about $50 in this. I was fortunate enough to have that hit have my name come up. And
how many slots?
I won.
How many slots?
It was 10. There were 10 altogether.
10 slots? Okay. All right. 50, 10. Okay. I got you.
So, of course, I just started doing them. I was just like, oh, that's a cool one. I've seen them around. I've done like 1 or 2 before that were like cheap, like $5 or $10, but I never did one that was, that's like a $500 book. So you know, I believe each spot was $50, and that's kind of how it laid out.
That's kind of right.
So so I took a shot with that. My name came up, and boom, you know, that's how I won that one. Then literally 5 days later.
Not even a full week later, guys. 5 days, okay? It took God 7 days.
So I got lucky, and I won this X-Men.
Oh, Lord of mercy.
2.5 signed by Stan Lee.
Signed. People signed. And of course, we know that that's not at the value it was when you bought it, because as of the news we got, that thing has like skyrocketed.
It's definitely jumped. It's definitely jumped.
Let them know what you paid for that.
So I invested about $200 to get this book.
Amazing.
So that's what it says. Hey, what's up, Kavi? Thanks for stopping in, man.
What's going on, man?
There's Eric in the house as well. What's up, Eric?
What's good?
So yeah, so definitely got lucky with this. But so you know, as we talked about, this is, you know, this is a gamble. It is a lottery ticket, essentially. So it's just like going to your store and buying a lottery ticket. Obviously, with that, you could win millions and millions of dollars. You know, something like this is a lot more contained. You know, there's always that, you know, you want to get in with people who you trust and who have a good reputation within the hobby itself. You know, these are things to kind of look for if you're new or if you're considering doing so. Just something to keep in mind. Otherwise, I mean, it's a fun thing that you can do. Again, like you said, it's a form of gambling. So it's just like anybody that goes to the casino and likes to play craps or anything like that. Like you do it, you know, partially. Sure, you want to win money. The other half is just having fun. So you know, I would always say don't go without, or stay within your means, I guess is the key to any form of, you know, spending money or anything like that. So I would say anybody that's thinking about doing it, don't go spending. Make sure that the bills are paid first. In other words,
correct.
You know, and that goes with anything. That goes with buying books. That goes with, you know, spending money anywhere else. You know,
I've seen raffles just recently where, you know, they're asking 10 spots for 2,700.
Yeah.
You know, $3,000, and you talking about major grails.
So that one was about $500 per slot at 10 slots. Now you don't have to buy I didn't pay for a spot like directly. There are things called minis and sub minis. Right. You can get in for cheaper. You know, I paid $30. If you win that, then you get a spot in the main.
Then you get a spot in the main. Right.
So that's kind of how that works. And thank you, Victoria. Appreciate it. So we got Bird Family in there. What's going on, Bird Family?
Hey, it's morphin time, you know it. But so then there you go. So of course, Justin, as we see, you are a fan of.
But let me put it this way: I'm a fan of, because I won, right? I mean, if I didn't win these, I didn't win.
I'd be fucking pissed.
I'd be like, guys, don't do it. It's not,
fuck a raffle.
So it's suck. Right. So I guess when I talk about this subject, I like to just put it in a perspective of, if you feel comfortable doing it and you think you want to take a shot, then go for it. But you know, if you don't feel comfortable, or if you don't have the means to spend that kind of money, then don't. Or as you've mentioned, and I'll let you get into it, if you don't feel like you have the luck, which is a thing, then you know, you don't want to.
Leave it alone.
Exactly.
Leave it alone. It's not for you. You know, and so on my end of course, like I'm all right. Here we go. What we got here?
He said just as raffle luck, sort of the reason why I experimented. He did for a little bit.
Okay.
My luck. So I stopped and resorted back to regular buying.
Okay. All right. So there you go. I can relate with that. Now, in my case, I've never did a raffle because I'm already a seasoned, you know, experience, should I say, in this community, to know, and experience in my life to know at 46 years old that, you know, I don't have no fucking luck. Like every time I played, it don't matter what I played. Even when I did the claw, you know, in the arcade, I would grab the toy and you just see it slowly slipping as it's getting closer, and it just drops right before it drops in the hole.
I'm a pro at the
bro. I sucked. Like I never had luck. Never. Everything I tried to do when it came to gambling, I sucked. Like I told you, when my cousin just tried to take me to the casino, I'm just better off just burning my money in a pile of fire right before walking in, because that's exactly where my money's gonna go, to the trash, you know. So as far as raffles go, like I am not a fan. I've never tried a waffle. I am not a fan. you know, because of that. You know, it's not because I didn't win. It's not because of that. It's just that I feel that as far as putting my money up, I feel like I can't do that. Like, I'm not a gambling man, let's say, per se, with my money. Like, I'm not a gambling
totally
guy.
okay if you're not comfortable with it.
Yeah, I'm not comfortable with it at all. You know, I might even do like a low one. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? I'll do a $5, $10 one, if that. If it's like, you know, something, oh crap, like I really want that, you know, I might do it. But it might be very rare and few. Like I said, I've never done it before. So I'm pretty much saying I won't do it because I haven't done it yet, you know, and I don't think I will, to be honest with you. Even with, trust me, when you told me and I found out you won, when you posted it and everything, even for a second there, like for a second there, I was just like, should I do it? Maybe I might get that Justin look. Maybe it might, like, you know, come through the screen. And
next time I come over, I have to come over. And,
you have to come over and actually hit it. Right. You have to point it or be like, here you go, slot 5. You know, so I think that's the only way I would win. You know what I mean? How are those plastic bins, Justin? Thinking of the plastic bins you picked up.
These are good, Fable. They're good quality. I thought about doing like a video of them or something later, but they're VCW. They're sturdy. Yeah. They stack well. Want to say a quick hello to oh man, the chat, man. I love chat.
Awesome. Let's get to this chat. Let's go to this chat.
Say hello to Ragin. Yeah, absolutely.
Ragin, what's going on, my brother? I was checking out your YouTube, man.
He's got great stuff. He's got great stuff.
Yeah, I was watching his YouTube.
He said, I throw dollars at unknown books in a mystery box, but not a raffle to walk away with nothing. Giveaways, on the other hand. So that's a good point. Maybe that can kind of get into the next topic that we're talking about.
Let's jump into it. Right.
As he's mentioned, like the idea of a raffle, you could put all the money in the world in and not come up with anything. And of course that feels bad. That feels pretty bad. But here he's talking about mystery boxes where at least you get something and you're not walking away with like literally nothing. So,
nothing.
You know, that aspect of it, I totally understand too.
Right. I get it.
What are your thoughts, Morbius? What's up, Jeff? Good to see you. Hello.
All right.
What are your thoughts on
building
mystery boxes?
All right, so mystery boxes, that's another thing I'm not really, fan of, because now it's one thing when they like specific with it, where they actually tell you exactly what you're getting. You know what I mean? I could see how that could entice somebody, but to me personally, from based on experience, like I don't want your trash. Like right. I don't want your throwaway books. Right. You know what I mean? And a lot of times that's what you're gonna get. You know what I mean? You're gonna just get a lot of junk books, and so to be honest, I'm not a fan either of mystery boxes. In that sense, where I feel like if I'm gonna put my money into something, I really want to make sure that I'm getting a full investment back. I don't want to do a $100 mystery box and then I'm technically getting $50 or $40 worth of comic books. So that's where. But when you got guys who are specific that I've seen recently now, where they'll tell you exactly. That you're going to get, a good Silver Age book, you're going to get a few moderns, and such and such. And then the possibility of course, everyone, the Grail or whatever it is. But yeah, man, I love them. Panel, what are you loving? You love the mystery boxes?
I think he was talking about the raffles.
The raffles?
Okay. I'm not sure. You might have been talking to Soph. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Let us know. Yeah, man. Let us know, Panel, what you loving there. But personally, like the mystery box is only based on that, where it's like, nah, I'm good. But like I said, it's a give and take. You know what I mean? Depending on who you're dealing with, depending on the information they're giving you based on the box. Because I've seen some stuff where you're like, okay, at least this guy's really being real specific on what he's giving you. Because mystery boxes, 5, 6, 8 years ago, dude, you getting shit. You know what I'm saying? You do a mystery box and dudes are just giving you crap, and you're like, what the fuck is this? So at least now they're getting a little bit more, I would say, not fair, but, giving you your money's worth, basically. Sure. Giving you your money's worth. But at the end of the day, I won't do a raffle and I won't do a mystery box.
Yeah. No, I think that's fair. I mean, look, I do feel similar with mystery boxes. I'm not necessarily a fan. Vic says, I love the idea of mystery boxes. Okay. I think comic book campaign does it well. He does incentives like cool art prints, guaranteed 9/8, etc. I'll probably never buy though because I don't have spare space. Well, that's a whole problem. I don't have a lot of spare space.
let's not even go there.
But yeah, no, I mean, I like you said, it depends on what the context of the mystery box is. There are some people who I think do it correctly, and I think there are some people who don't do it correctly, and as you said, are really just trying to, give away their garbage in a way. So I think a lot of it comes down to, if you are considering doing mystery boxes, you got to do research. You should talk to other people in the community, ask them what they think about it. And then, as you mentioned, Morbius, like there are those types of mystery boxes where the deal might be, okay, it's $50 for the mystery box. You have, you could get barely anything, or we're going to put one big book in there that's $100 or something like that.
Right.
And, you or one of the other 50 participants may win it. So that's a way to get, that's an incentive for people to be like, all right, I'll gamble and I'll try to, buy it in hopes that you get the big one.
Get the big one, right?
And if you don't, then at least it's the understanding of, well, I'm going to get trash, or I'm not going to get that grade of books or whatever. At least right? I think that it's at least fair to understand that that's something you're getting into if that's the case.
Right. And me, looking up and seeing people, like a lot of sites, like you said, who do it right, which I've seen more recently in the last year or so, where I've seen they're getting a lot more specific, a lot more detailed, and they're giving you books, they're not just giving you trash, so I could understand on that level. But, like you said, that's a very small few where you have a lot of people. Morbius has dropped. Oh, it was good.
He said he totally agree with
totally agree with both views.
And how you get most of the time.
Yeah, man. It's just that, it's like you said, you just got to make sure that when you do a mystery box, you're doing it with somebody who knows what they're doing, and just recently I just saw a few people who to me, that's how they came off. They know what they're doing. They guarantee, like in the last comment, they guaranteed a 9.8, graded issue in there. So that's guaranteed. You spending $100, you're getting a 9.8 something. You know what I mean? Which at the end of the day, you can still flip that and still make some money off that. So I definitely, when it comes to that, on that level, but at the end of the day, where I stand, no, I will not do a mystery box unless, it got to be some next level shit to convince me. But where I stand now, definitely not. I won't do mystery boxes.
So Andy's saying I pretty much never do mystery boxes because most of them are not very interesting, or the odds are really, really low. Like 1 GP per 200 boxes. So that's definitely one something to consider for it. What I want to mention here is Rajan also says a lot of mystery boxes give variants, which isn't cool. And low grade comics. So one thing I want to mention is I don't necessarily like or I don't like mystery boxes for the fact that I may get books that even if I get my money's worth, I don't want to just have a bunch of random books. So sure, you could throw in some really, I don't know, let's say I give you $100 and Morbius, you give me a mystery box and I open it up and there's actually $100 worth of Aquaman comics. I'm not going to be thrilled. Like, okay, I got my money, but like, I don't like Aquaman. I'm not a fan. Nothing against anybody who likes Aquaman.
It's okay.
I'm not a fan, so it just doesn't go with my collection. You know what I mean? So I just invested $100 in books that now are not going to fit my collection. So I would rather. So I would rather put that $100 into buying an actual book. Buying a new X-Men. Like that. So that's another aspect of it where, for me personally, one of the reasons I don't like mystery boxes is not so much that I'm not worried about not getting my money's worth. It's just I'm afraid to get books I don't care about. And then here's the thing: I hear people say, "Well, if you don't care for those books, but you got your money's worth, just sell them." But keep in mind that going every way to sell books, it takes time. It takes energy. Work, right? So that's something people don't really mention, and
it's so easy, right? It's so easy to say.
Sure, if you already have a developed, shop or something like that, one thing. like me, I don't sell books very often, so it's not that easy for me to just say, okay, well, I got my money back. Like to hear someone say they broke even. Again, I feel like I get where that thought process may feel good because yes, you theoretically got your money's worth, but you in a way didn't if you don't like the actual books, and now you have to take the next step in packaging, selling, that process.
So you got your money's worth, but as a collector, did you get your worth as a collector? You know what I mean? As the purpose of why you picked it up. It wasn't to get your money's worth.
Right. I want to get books that I like.
You want to get books that you want. You know what I mean?
That I like.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So that's the whole point of it. So if I'm going to put my money in there, that's what I want. You know. Right. So to me, that whole breaking even thing is that's just when you fucked up in the game, and the only thing you could find is, hey, well, at least I broke even.
Well, right. It's like it makes you feel good. Yeah,
makes you feel good. Yeah, fuck it. You know, at least
even,
you know. Exactly, I'll go to sleep okay.
Fable says, what I see a lot of in mystery box unboxings is store exclusives. They're cool, but not what I want. See, and that last part of your sentence there, they're cool, but they're not what I want.
You don't want it.
That's the thing for me, where it's like, well, then I'd rather just put all that money into what I want and just not
exactly.
Now here's the other side of it. I do get the excitement for a mystery box because kind of like what we were talking about with Raffles, you could win. If you could win something, you get that rush, right? You get that excitement.
That is true. Very true.
Excitement. So there's that aspect of it too.
I agree with that. I agree.
Give you content on your YouTube channel or whatever. If you have a channel and you want to do an unboxing, like it is interesting to watch, and I do enjoy like watching other people open their boxes.
It's true.
I just don't want to necessarily invest in it myself.
Right. So how about this? So you get a mystery box and I'll open it on my channel. Win-win.
Here's one thing I have done with mystery boxes is I have bought mystery boxes to help out other people in the community. People who I know who I know are just trying to have fun with it. They're not necessarily saying, hey, look, you're going to get $500 or anything like that. They're just like, look, I have some cool books. I'm trying to get rid of some. Can people help me out here? I'll mix it up for you. Make it fun. And that I do that, I respect that, and I will try those. I'll give those a go once in a while. It's really more just helping out the community.
Right. Hell yeah. I'm down with that for sure.
There's definitely that angle of it as well.
One more thing too. Justin, I have not seen you take a drink.
Oh man, let me get some of my water. Oh,
geez, what the brother? You better stop. I'm almost done with mine. Too bad I left the bottle.
My girlfriend will tell you I take double the time to eat dinner because I'm talking so much. I just talk. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I like to talk. It's kind of my thing.
You know what? I think we have that in common. I think we might have that in common.
I think you're right, man. I think you're right. You got to take a sip. Desired. Cheers, bro.
Cheers, brother. Cheers, Nige, my brother.
Victoria said I gotta pop off back to work. Yep, no problem. I'll catch the rest on replay. Appreciate that.
Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
I will sub you up. I'm subbing everybody up that's on here. So
yeah, guys, make sure I put I mentioned this before, but anyone that's just joining in now, Morbius just created his YouTube channel. I already saw some people saying that they subbed you up, Morbius. So guys, keep that going. Yeah, keep that going and sub him.
I will return the favor, and shout out to Catherine Ramos.
Yes, hello, Catherine.
She's a beautiful woman, a lovely woman. She is amazing.
I love it. I believe it. Cheers, Catherine.
She's the mother of my child.
Beautiful. Thanks for hanging out, Catherine.
Thank you, Catherine.
Al Strand saying this show is fantastic. Love it, man. Thank you so much, bro.
Thank you, man. We appreciate that. That's what we want. Thank you.
Thank you. So now we talked a little bit about mystery boxes. We talked a little bit about raffles. The next one we want to talk about is claim sales, right? Where do you stand with claim sales, Morbius?
I love claim sales.
I was like, wait a second.
Wait a second. You don't like mystery boxes? You don't like raffles and waffles? What the hell do you like? I love claim sales, and that's why I wanted to bring up the topic of a standardized rule on claim sales, man. And let's get into claim sales because
there you go.
I got a few stories subbing up. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate you, man. I'll be subbing once I'm done. Thank you. I appreciate you. I'll be subbing once I'm done.
Hidden Gems in the house.
Hidden Gems. What's going
on?
Man?
It was Gem's birthday not too long ago. So happy birthday, my friend.
Happy birthday. It's my son's birthday today, too.
Oh, there you go.
Pisces. What's going on?
Fable says Morbius hates surprises. I mean, that's pretty much the fair.
You know what? And he's right. I'm a Virgo. I don't like being surprised. I like to know what's going on. So he hit it right on the money. I don't like surprises.
Funny. See, saying my man Morbius finds all the good stuff.
Oh man, dude, brother, you need to come to. We were just talking earlier today, Steve and I, and he was just like, "Damn, I'm on the West Coast. You, Justin, Nige, y'all on the East Coast. It would be so crazy if he could come out here. All four of us get together. I think we'll get in trouble. I don't know about you. We'll get in trouble. I don't know about you.
It'll be a late night, that's for sure.
Facts.
Oh, there you go, Rage. And happy birthday to your son.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, Rage. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. He turned 22. Big awesome. Boy, 22. That's so awesome. So let's get into these claims. So, Justin,
what do you like about it? What do you like about it?
Now, what I like about a claim that number one is straightforward. You got a price and you can negotiate that price. You know, that's the best part to me. You know what I mean? And not everybody negotiates. Now that's another thing, you know, but when you do negotiate, to me, that's a big bonus, you know, because it's amazing because you got guys who are giving you a book, you know, you're getting it for a very good deal. You're not getting an eBay price. You know what I mean? Especially for these legit guys. There's a lot of guys out there, a lot of accounts that are official and they do great claim sales. You know, there's been many a times when me and Justin's have run into each other on a claim sale. And we're like, oh, yo, what's up? You know, and telling you, I love a claim sale for that reason where it's very straightforward, you know, and it's very fair. You claim it, you got it. You know what I mean? There's no gray lines on it unless there's a lag. And then it gets pissed off because you're like, I know I put that claim in before he did. And I'm like, fuck. And you guys didn't read it, but you read his, you know, and that's the only bullshit. The whole internet connection where it starts to lag and you're like, damn.
And what's frustrating is it's not necessarily your or their fault.
It's not.
Just Instagram or it's just the internet.
Right. Or it's the internet. It's the fucking, you know, the damn cloud.
I like Kavi saying claim sales are great if the logistics are explained from the get-go and people follow the rules. Yes. Not always the case, but but for the most part are upfront and fair methods to move books. I totally agree that as long as those stipulations are announced ahead of time, you know, then that and for the most part, you know, once you're used to going to somebody for a claim sale, it's pretty safe that they are. You know, when you notice that they're a regular, they do this all the time. You know, those are the kind of people that you want to, you know,
for sure
do business with, essentially.
Definitely.
You know, and you, I should note too, if you guys are, I like to just clarify this in case anybody that's newer to the hobby doesn't know what we're talking about with claim sales in general. Claim sales can be on YouTube, they could be on Facebook, they could be on Instagram. It's basically a way to sell books. And so a vendor or a seller will have books up and they'll put it up, you know, they'll show it on screen on a live stream like this with a price, and you can type in like claim X-Men or claim whatever the book may be, and that's yours. It's just a way, and really a more popular way now, especially with the pandemic. It's a great way to for people to sell books. It's a great way for people to find and buy books, and especially like I haven't, up until recently, I just started going back to stores, like going to like Zap, my LCS and stuff. But before that, I wasn't doing it for the whole year. So claim sales to me were the perfect way to be able to shop without going out in public and still getting the books I want to get.
Well, so, thanks to the pandemic, this is where we had that claim sale sensation where everybody started doing claim sales because there's just no other way to move books, just like you said.
Right.
So unfortunately, thanks to the pandemic, we got claim sales where we have an opportunity to just sit at home and still get the books that we want. And like right now, I want to claim that Nightcrawler, that Wolverine, that Storm Timeless that's behind you. I want to offer you 40 for all. We'll talk.
Sid just said that you got 2 subs from him and the Spine Ticks.
Man, thank you so much, guys. I will be subbing you guys back once we're done. Believe me. Okay. But yeah, so back to this claim. Now, let's all right. So we both agree we love claims. Everyone loves claims.
Yeah.
Let's talk about rules. Let's talk about guidelines. You know, except when it wasn't quick enough. I love claims. Exactly, my brother. Exactly what we was talking about.
Oh, here's a good point. Ragin saying that claim sales are great as long as the seller is truthful to the condition of the book.
Yes. Okay. Now, let's talk about that real quick. So I have done claim sales where I did get a book where I actually hit the person back up and was like, hey, this is not what you described. I mean, I actually got the video. I mean, I'm rewatching the replay here.
Right.
And you said this. I got the book. I turned it around and it's not that. You know, it's pretty fucked up, you know, and the person was nice enough to refund me. You know, I send the book back and they were cool about it, you know, which I was like, oh, great. You know, but then again, I've purchased from this person before. Okay. You know what I mean? I bought books from them before. So it was like, hey, no problem. We'll square this away. My apologies, blah, blah, blah. You know, but yeah, so I've had that situation where I did get a book and I was not happy with it. And I'm talking about, you know, big money book. So I was just like, what's going on here?
But at least they worked with you.
It worked out. They worked with me because I was a kind of like a regular. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say regular, but I've purchased a few books, maybe like 3 or 4 times. Yeah. Right? They're familiar with who I was. Yeah. And but as far as that, now I had an experience where I saw a book, and the person they said it was a Daredevil with the Black Panther. Actually, Scheme Riches, you just posted it. I believe it was today. You know, with Black Panther and Daredevil on the cover. You know, with the checkerboard floor, the yellow check. I forgot. Damn, what issue was that? I'm so bad right now. I got screwed early though.
Yeah, I don't know if this is part of your story, but a great comic was posted and said DM to buy. I DM'd him 4 minutes after posting, and no one else did. Dude said he was messaged. Dude said he would message me when he gets in. 2 hours later, he said he sold it.
Oh no, that's foul.
And then he said was pissed, and now they're on my crap list and never giving money to them again. Yeah, I mean,
for sure. Yeah. Yo, Scheme, definitely DM me, man. I want to know from the background of that. You know what I mean? Because I want to see if it's somebody I'm dealing with. Because I really don't want to deal with people like that, and I don't agree with that. That's fucked up. You know what I mean? You got to stick to commit. You know, it's got to be a commitment. If me and you have an agreement, you hold on to that agreement. You know, and that's another thing, you know. Well, let's get back. I don't want to get sidetracked.
Yeah.
So the Daredevil, I was like, hey, they had it up for $35. I said, I'll offer you $30. And the person was going on, salute. And the person was like, gave me the only attitude, looked at me, looked into the camera, was like, no, it's 35. You know, and I'm like, okay. And I was just like, no offers. And they were like laughing, like, yeah, we don't play that over here. You know, it's what you see is what you get. You know, and right there, I was just like, okay, I'm out. You know, I'm done with this. You know, the whole attitude. There was no need for none of that extraness. And also, it's like you're not willing to make offers. Like, really? Like it's just a straight price. Like I think you should be able to give an offer. I'm not nothing stupid, but at least like a decent offer. You know, it's like, hey, if you give it $85. Hey, can you give it to me for 75? You know what I mean?
I think it's more the way they said it to you too that would bother me. You know, they could have just said no Morbius, but thank you, and left it like that.
And we don't accept offers. Unfortunately, we don't accept offers, but thank you for me. No, literally laughing, like they're looking in the camera, like.
That's more of a just disrespectful.
It was kind of disrespect, dude. Man, I totally unfollowed them. I don't follow them at all. I was like, see ya, wouldn't want to be ya, you know. And then I've had another experience where I've made an offer, but someone else put the actual price, claimed the price. But then on another site, they were like, well, wait a minute. Morbius made an offer, so let's give him the opportunity if he's willing to still buy it at the claim price. Even though you're claiming it at the claim price, but let's see if Morbius is willing because he's the first one who offered it on it. I think that was pretty sweet. I thought that was dope because I was like, hey, I put in an offer and then they gave me the opportunity to match that claim. And I did. And it was like, okay, so now Morbius gets the book because he was the first one to put in an offer on it. Now, I've been on another site where they just totally was like, hey, sorry, Morbius, someone claimed it at the original price. So your offer is no good now. And it's like, hold on, wait a minute. But I was the only one interested in the book. And now the fact that I put an offer, someone else came and now try to go over my head, give me the opportunity to see if I wanted it or not. I think that would be a dope, like, rule, you could say. You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
You know, just I think that would help as far as the retailer and seller relationship. You know what I mean? Where they're like, hey, you're honoring that, you're holding to that. That's pretty cool. You know, so I think there's a lot of different stuff there. That's just stupid. Yeah.
By the way, that I saw someone in the chat said the link wasn't working. This is the link here. So I posted it earlier too in the chat, but if you guys missed it, that's Morbius's YouTube link.
Thank you guys.
So I like what Steve said here. He says, just respect each other and done deal. Hate those types of reactions, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. There's no need for that. You know, I mean, it definitely takes away from your credibility and respect. You know, where it doesn't look good. You know. So Justin, I mean, you have any like things that you've experienced where you feel like it should be part of a claim, like standard?
Yeah, I mean, I guess going into things, I mean, there are some things that I feel should to some degree just kind of be given. Like I have seen people get upset. I mean, we talked a little bit about it, but I have seen people get upset where, you know, they claim and they see other people's claims below them, but yet they win the book. And it's within seconds, you know, it's within seconds. Right.
I've seen it happen to me.
I think that we as buyers have to be flexible and understanding that obviously it's not like the seller's not just picking the one they want. They're going by what they see first.
Correct.
Again, assuming it's a good seller, you know, you want to have, you know, respectable seller.
Right.
So someone that you've been dealing with for a long time, that is honest, they communicate well. Those kind of sellers are good sellers, and you have to understand that sometimes even your claim might not even go in at all, and that's not anyone's. That's Instagram's fault. There's a glitch. And I've had that happen where I'm like, okay, cool. I'm the first person to get that one. There's no one that's even said it yet. And then somebody claims it eventually. And then my name never shows up.
Correct.
You know, I've had that happen. And I will tell you, if you're not familiar with it, it is Instagram. It's just it's a glitch within their system. You know, unfortunately it happens. There's no other explanation for it, but don't take it to heart. I've seen people get very upset when they think that the seller is like picking favorites, you know, who they want to sell it to. It's not the case, at least not with the people I've been buying from. So, but otherwise, the big thing that I like about claim sales is the hangout experience, the overall atmosphere of just chilling with your friends. I look forward to my Friday nights because Friday nights are just a chill. You know, I actually play board games with my girlfriend. I got an AirPod in my one ear, and I'm following a bunch of different claim sales on Instagram while drinking, playing board games, having TV on, we're blasting music and everything, and that's what we do. So that, to me, that is such an enjoyable, you know, experience. And sometimes I won't even buy stuff. Like if there's nothing that I want, or if I can't wait to auction or something like that, I will. I'll still just hang out. You know, and similar to what the people are doing here in this chat, where you know people have conversations.
Right, exactly. And I would say every like once in a while you run into somebody you know, and then you just start chatting with them, or you see somebody. Or make new friends, right? You see somebody say something funny, you rebuttal, and then all of a sudden it becomes a conversation, and then you're following each other. You know, definitely, it's like a hangout. It's like you're chilling at a bar, and just somebody's like selling something, and you're just hanging out at the bar, just having drinks, watching somebody sell something, chatting with the guys at the bar, like, hey, look at this. You know, that's pretty much what it is. Especially on a Friday night, I'm the same way, man. It's like it's the best feeling ever when you're just there. You're like half in, half out. You know, you're giving your wife time or your girlfriend time, and then at the same time you're like hold on a second, give me what is that? Hold on. You already have the claim set up, you have it already copied and pasted, you're just ready to go clean.
Yeah, it's so true. Having it typed out already.
You have it typed out. Me, I copy and paste it. I just copy and paste and just make sure paste, go clean.
So here's a tip to anybody that's newer to claiming or they're you know learning their way around. If they do a system of like an alphabet where they're on the wall, it's like A, B, C, D. If you know that the next book that they're going to show, even if they don't put it up on the wall yet, but they're like talking about it, just type in claim in that next letter. Next letter.
Yes. Because you already saw it. You saw it already. If they did a pan and you saw it, you already know. Oh shit, B6 50. You know, $50, B6, you know, like you already know, just write it in and just claim it. Just claim it even before they show it. Sometimes and then I've seen guys who actually don't like that. They want you to wait until they show you the comic. You know, they're like, hey guys, you can't claim until we present the comic.
Yeah,
you know, because
part of their rules. If they
it's
say
their rules, exactly. So everyone has their rules, and that's another thing that I want to go back to, because in the beginning, like you said, you have to make sure that you pay attention to the rules of the claim sale, particularly to that person who's selling it. You know, because everybody has their little different rules. You know, everybody has their own way. You know, a majority are, you know, it's pretty much the same, but some people have little details where you're like, okay, I gotta watch how you claim, because some people say you can't just say claim. You have to actually say the letter. You have to say how much it is, or you could just say the letter and the price, and you don't have to say claim. You know, so it goes back and forth. So make sure you guys who are new to the game, y'all pay attention to all those little speculations.
So it's saying if multiple people claim a book, it should switch to auction. That seems fair, and it pays respect to the seller. Yeah, so I've seen that scenario happen.
Yeah, I've seen that a few times.
I do think it could go either way. I mean, if it does feel bad if you're the first. If the rule initially was you write the word claim and it's yours, regardless of how many other people say that they claim it. Right. I do think that it should respectfully go to the very first person that they see, unless that person is okay with what you're suggesting, Michael. Well, now I get that point, and I get the idea of switching, and you're right. It does help the seller. It does help, you know, make so that they can make more money, and it gives a chance to everybody. But I do think there is a window of situations where I could see somebody upset, and rightfully so.
Right.
They said, well, you said just write claim, and I wrote claim, and I was
the first one,
so I should get it because that's the rule. So I could see people, and again, I think a lot of it depends on the room, because if everybody's respectful, they might say, yeah, you know what, okay, that's fine, we all want it, let's auction, we all agree to auction. So I think it's a scenario where either everyone has to agree on it, or you kind of have to honor that first person, because that's what you initially intended to sell the book as. So I think it can go both ways. I'm not saying you're wrong here, Sov. It definitely is an option. And again, I just know it could cause drama depending who it is.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know? But otherwise, if everybody's cool, I do
see, and I could see where that would happen, where you have a glitch, where the real person really claimed, and then the second person who wasn't glitched out got the claim. So that's where you would have that argument where the person would say, hey, let's take it to auction. He I glitched out, you know, but then again, how can you prove it? You know, only you know, no one else knows. So that's where you have that speculation there, where I feel that would cause a lot of problems.
Yeah,
you know, especially if it would cause problems either way, but on both sides of the fence, it's going to cause problems. But like you said, if that's the rules of the claimer, of the, you know, who's doing the claiming, who's doing the claim sale, then you got to follow the rules, and that's the rules, and you go to the auction, you know.
Fable said, let me know what sales. Just DM me later. I can send you a bunch of different sellers that I go to.
For sure,
man. A lot of great people that are in, at least, from an Instagram perspective. I know there are a lot of YouTube sales as well, and auctions as well. But you know, that's another option as well. What's going on, Ian? Good to see you, bro.
Yeah, what's going on, brother?
One more time, I want to mention, I did put Morbius's link in the chat. I just dropped it again. If you guys are not subbed up to him, he just created his YouTube channel not too long ago. So guys, you know, please make sure you sub him up. Panel is saying, he really.
And I will be on Nerd Herder podcast. I believe it's April 6th, if I'm not mistaken. You could correct me in the chat, but I believe in April 6th, I'm not mistaken. I will be on the show. We'll be chilling, hanging out.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Thank you, panel. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, man, love the whole crew.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, so you said that's
totally a solution. Everybody wants to pay more for books. Yeah, for sure.
That's totally fair. And I hear what you're saying. And like I said, I think that it can be a solution again, as long as the majority of people are okay with it.
An agreement, right? And if that's the rules, then that's the rules. You know, if that's the rules of the house, that's the rules of the house. You got to follow it. So no one is saying no, or no one is saying yes. It's just you got to abide by what is being, you know, presented to you.
Yeah. Martin,
thank you so much.
Getting a lot of love here, Morbius. A lot of love.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you guys for real.
Ian said, I like claim sales on Instagram. It's all about keeping the money in the community.
For sure, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I do most of my claim sale stuff on Instagram. However, there are a couple YouTube channels that I will jump over to.
Okay.
But I'll tell you, a lot of those YouTubers are on Instagram too.
Right.
They just happen to have a bigger following on YouTube, so they do it on YouTube, which is totally understandable. You know, if you have a bigger platform on one versus the other, then I mean, I know some people who do it on Facebook too. I don't do Facebook, but
no, I
do know some people that do claim sales on Facebook and even Twitch. I've heard.
Shoot me some links, YouTube links.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I will.
Yeah. Sure, I will. Yeah.
And believe me, it's probably guys you know. It's probably a lot of guys that you know.
Oh, I'm pretty sure. I just have no clue that they're on YouTube. You
know? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm new to YouTube, so.
Yep. No, I hear you. Well, this has been great, man. Again, I like that we're able to cover all these different topics. If you guys are, just catching the replay, if you're hanging out with us, these are topics in general. Comic relief. This is what Morbius and I we're talking about. All types of subjects, whether they are hot debates or just general information that we want to educate ourselves and help educate others. That's the goal of this whole show.
Right. And there's definitely no negativity, as y'all guys pretty much picked up on the last 3 episodes we've done so far. Everything is across the board. We keep everything on one plane. There's no really picking and choosing sides as far as pointing fingers. We don't do none of that here. You know, this is an open debate, and we all want to learn from each other. You know, basically, and just so you guys know, this show started from me and Justin just having DMs going back and forth, having these conversations where we felt like, hey, maybe other people might want to, join in on this conversation, or might feel the same way, or might have something against it. You know, we want to hear their side to it. So this is actually how Comic Relief pretty much was like birthed. You know what I mean? So it's pretty dope, and I appreciate everyone here. We thank you so much for stopping by and sharing your insight, because that's what makes the show. You know, it's not just me and Justin and what we think, it's what everyone thinks, especially you guys in the chat.
Yep, 100%. Couldn't agree more.
Look at this.
And again,
look at this. You see, Justin, you got to catch up, bro.
I'm taking time because I still have another show coming up, man.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot. My bad.
If you're free at 9 o'clock, I'm doing my show here on this channel with John's Comics with Kids. Talking X-Men. We're talking about X-Men issue 117. So to break that down, first Shadow King.
First Shadow King, baby.
That'll kick off at 9. I appreciate everybody in the chat, seeing everybody putting up nice words and compliments. I really, really appreciate that. We will start to organize something where we'll have a guest on. We're pretty new right now, so we are just kind of setting the ways first before we start getting guests on.
Right. Yeah, we're still trying to figure things out. We're still trying to trim all the fat and get to the lean meat. And once we get there, then we'll definitely start having guests on. We do have a lot of people lined up for sure. We reached out. A lot of people reached out to us, and we do have a lot of people. And make sure, if you do want to be a guest, hit us up. Doesn't matter, if you've been on here for 6 months or 6 years. It doesn't. That's not what it's about. We just want to hear your view on things, and depending on the topic we're having for the night, we definitely want to hear what you got to say about it. And so definitely hit us up. We would love to hear from you guys. And Justin, how much time we got?
We're right on the mark. It was perfect.
Oh,
right on the mark.
Timing.
So,
well, definitely.
Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to Morbius. I just put that in the link one more time. I'll make sure to update the link too, because I don't know why it wasn't working, but I swear it was. But again, thank you everybody, and we will talk to you guys next Tuesday, same time, 7:30. We'll have a new topic, and so stay tuned for that. All right, guys.
Stay good. Be safe.